Hey, what's goody, Frye gang? Don't worry, tapeworm and pizza, that hot takes video is coming. But in the meantime, I wanted to make a video of my own hot takes, things that I think not too many people are gonna agree with or like so much. Because I have plenty of Splatoon hot takes, really just in general. And it's not even on purpose, but just like a lot of things that people don't like, I tend to like in like games. I typically have like a contrarian takes, not like on purpose or anything, but it just so happens. But I got some interesting ones that I wanted to share for Splatoon that I think would, rile a couple people up. And my first one is that I think the Squid Sisters are very, very overrated. The Squid Sisters are probably my least favorite out of the three idol groups, and Callie especially. I really don't like Callie, bro. I hate Callie. Marie is cool. I like Marie. She's like top three idols, but Callie and just Squid Sisters as a whole are just so overrated. All right, they're a nice idol group, but they're not all that. Like, people just have nostalgia for them because they were the first ones. They were here since the very beginning. And I also don't think they needed to be in all three fucking story modes. Having them in Splatoon 1 story mode obviously makes sense. Having them in 2, yeah, okay, that's fine. But putting them in 3 story mode, there was just no reason to do that. Like, I understand the Squid Beak Splatoon is like a big part of the games, but they don't need to be in every single fucking game. All right, they could have just left them out of Splatoon 3 story mode and just had the focus on Deep Cut. Like, I still don't understand why they gave Deep Cut barely any development at all in the story. It was more of just the Squid Sisters story again, or the Squid Beak Splatoon, and then Neo Agent 3 or Agent 3, like Captain Agent 3, there's no reason for having them there either. There's literally no reason for them to be there. They booyah'd one time and then that's it. They just sit there all silent with the cap on, just not doing anything. What was the reason for that? And just, I don't know. Squid Sisters, they're just very overrated, and they had no reason being in Xenoblade. Bruh, Xenoblade XDE just got a new trailer yesterday, so the hype is alive. So I'm thinking about Xenoblade, so ignore that. And speaking of idols, Marina's very boring. I don't really like Marina. Before, she was cool, and I liked her more than Pearl, but now Marina just gets on my nerves. And I know this is going to piss a lot of people off, which is kind of the point, but Marina has just been flanderized by her quote love for Pearl, and it's just so annoying to see anyway. Like, all the community talks about is just Perina. Like, she has a really cool backstory. All right, she created the members, she created all the shifty stations, she was a high-ranking official in the Octarian army. So, like, there's a lot of backstory that they could, like, expand upon and do a lot with. And even Side Order expanded on her backstory a little bit. But you would never fucking know that, like, if you didn't really play the games, because all the community talks about is fucking Perina. Perina this, Perina that. Oh my god, Marina has a crush on Pearl. Marina loves Pearl. She's so cute. That's all anyone ever talks about when it comes to Marina, is how much she loves Pearl. Oh, how much she just swoons over Pearl. It's so annoying. Because Marina, she's a cool character, but she's just so irritating because all people talk about is fucking Perlina. Which, that's another thing. I guess I could add that in the video too. I don't like Perlina either. I really don't like the ship. All right, I don't like ships at all in general anyway. I think they're all fucking stupid, and especially Perlina. People are trying way too hard to make this canon. And no, I don't think Side Order canonized Perlina. It did not canonize Perlina. Okay, when did having a crush on someone mean they're together? All right, yeah, Marina is like over here swooning over Pearl and like the Side Order dialogue. That's what everyone says, but is there really any proof that Pearl reciprocates the feelings and she's not just like being nice or like playful and like, you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't understand where people are saying, oh, Side Order canonized Perlina. No, it didn't. Okay, and I kind of want it to stay that way. I'm not really a fan of Perlina. Another one that I have is that I really don't want like a new playable species like cuddlings or fucking salmonlings. I think both of those are very stupid and they don't need to happen. Okay, we don't need a new fucking playable species. We have inklings and octolings and that is enough. Those two are most important to the lore. We don't need any more playable species, especially not cuttlefish. That shit is so fucking dumb because cuttlefish are already very similar to squids in real life, so cuddlings would just be super similar to inklings. Why would they just be inklings but with different eye shapes? Like, I don't really understand what people would expect. Or I guess frills on them when they're swimming, or maybe on their hair when they're in kid form, they'll have like frills on their hair. Like, I don't really understand why people want cuddling so much. And because of that one goddamn page in Haikata Walker about cuttlefish idols, everyone started freaking out about that. Like, oh my god, new species, cuddlings exist, no, that doesn't really mean anything. Those could have just been inklings and they're just called the cuttlefish idols for some reason, because maybe they like look like cuttlefish. I don't really understand. But a new playable species is definitely not needed. We don't need a new species every single game. Alright, the only reason the octolings became playable is because they're already a big deal in the lore. And it was kind of, you know, a matter of time before inklings and octolings like assimilated with each other, and therefore octolings became playable. So I mean, there's really no reason for another species to be playable, nor I don't see how they would even work that into the lore that's already been established, unless they retcon it. So I don't know, unless, you know, in the next Splatoon game, out of nowhere, they introduce whole new species, like, oh look, they were here this whole time, just on the opposite side of the planet, or whatever. Which, no, I'm sure, you know, the inklings and octolings would have known about a different species somewhere else on the planet, especially if they're like as advanced as the octolings and inklings and all that. So I think a new playable species is dumb and unnecessary. Another one I have, more related to the game and less so like the community, is that Kelp Dome and Camp Triggerfish are actually very fun maps. Okay, I don't understand why people hate on them so much, especially Camp Triggerfish. Camp Triggerfish has always been super fun to play on, especially like zones and you can like shoot across the gap to the other zone. It's really fun. There is some like explosh cheese though on zones, but really all modes are pretty fun on Camp Triggerfish. And then Kelp Dome, I'm not gonna lie, I used to hate the fuck out of that map. I really used to hate Kelp Dome, but over time, especially within like the last year, I've come to like appreciate and really like Kelp Dome. Mainly really because I'm just very nostalgic for Splatoon 2 and I miss playing Splatoon 2. The better game with the better weapons and the better maps. So it's really like any map that was in Splatoon 2 I just start liking now because I just miss it so much. But yeah, Kelp Dome really isn't all that bad as people say. Yeah, it is kind of annoying to navigate, but I mean it's a pretty cool map for like, what's it called? Tower control is pretty fun on it. Clam Blitz is kind of funny too, and like there's so many different, not so many different, but I mean you can come in through either side. The bases are wide, like on Kelp Dome. I don't think you understand how big the bases are. They can go completely to the left or upward for like to get out into mid, or up the ramp on the left side. It is kind of janky to get to mid, since you kind of have to go around the entire map just to get into mid, or go up above, which you will be vulnerable because you can't swim up there. So it is a very janky map, but I think it's pretty fun. I like Kelp Dome. All right, I like Kelp Dome. Fight me. And for my last one, I actually had it recorded and everything. I was going on a rant about how dead fish only being addressed as they them in side order does not make them non-binary. But you know, I don't really feel like getting into all that and just having to deal with all of that right now. So I'm going to end it off by saying Paintbrush is the most underrated weapon in all of Splatoon. So see you next mission, play some goddamn Splatty, and I forgot my intro. Or outro, what the hell is happening? That's about it. See you next mission, and play some goddamn Splatty.